gentlemen, distinguished guests, and esteemed participants, it is with a great pleasure that I stand before you today to welcome you all to the award ceremony of Model G20 event. This gathering represents a unique opportunity to delve into the intricate world of global diplomacy and economics. As we embark on this intellectual journey, you will assume the roles of world leaders facing the complex challenges of our time. Lighting the lamp symbolizes the triumph of knowledge over ignorance, invoking positivity and unity. As we prepare for this auspicious ritual, may I now request Sri K. Sanjay Murthy, Secretary, Higher Education, Ministry of Education, who is our guest of honor for today's event, along with Professor B.S. Murthy, Director of IIT Hyderabad, to light the lamp signifying the triumph of light over darkness and commencate of this event with positivity and auspiciousness. I also request Dr. Rajendra Dhaka sir, Chair of INIAS, and Professor Chandrasekhar Sharma, Dean SRC, G20 Overall Coordinator, to join. We request our esteemed dignitaries to take their seat, and it is my distinct privilege to welcome our esteemed Director, Professor B.S. Murthy sir, to formally welcome the guests and participants.
Good afternoon, friends. Very happy that you are all here for this wonderful ceremony for which we have been preparing for almost 6 months now, right? So all started somewhere in February or so, and I would say thanks to our esteemed chief guest Sanjay Murthy ji, who told me on one day phone call, he said, Professor Murthy, why don't you pick up some good thing in the G20 and make it a wonderful event. And that's when we thought, we are educators, so let's pick up something related to education and start thinking of how do students think of G20. What are their views on what should G20 nations do in their view? And we thought, let's hear from the students and get some inputs from them and what should be the best things that all the G20 countries should do. That's how the whole thing started, and with his blessings. And we now, thanks to a wonderful hero that we have, that our Chandra, who has taken a very big lead on this, and being a chairman of INIAS with a lot of experience on holding things with youngsters, and he took that lead, and a large number of IITs. And thanks to that, we have one IIT in every state. We thought, let's start at the state level first and take it to a zonal level. 6 zones have been created, and then bring to the finals, which is at IIT Hyderabad. That's how almost we have contacted about 5,000 colleges. And from 5,000 colleges, almost 4,000 entries have been obtained to begin with. And those 4,000 entries, which were in the form of essays, we have been able to bring down to around 68, if I remember right? 120. So, and that 120 came to the zonal levels, and then at the zonal level around 35. So, yes, around 32 were chosen at the zonal level, and then finally we have the 7 of you who have been selected for the finalists of this particular marathon event, which went on for almost 6 months. Sorry that we delayed the award ceremony a little bit. So we were hoping that we will have our Sherpa ji visiting us. Originally we planned it in August 1st, and then he was so busy every day and he found it difficult, and then one more was fixed, and finally even today he was not able to come, but I'm really grateful that for us, the moment we think of MOE, he is the boss of us. Okay, I'm happy that our boss is here to grace the occasion and to wish all of you good luck in future. And at the same time, listen to what your ideas are. We are very eager to, that 25 minutes is what I have come here today for, I should say. I want to hear from these youngsters what they think about what G20 should do. And these 6 verticals that we have divided, and each of those verticals we would like to hear what your ideas are. And I'm sure that these ideas will pave a way for the G20 countries to start looking at what they should focus on. Okay, and this I would like to see as some of these ideas really entering into action items as we go along, and that these countries will possibly implement some of these suggestions that these youngsters are able to give with their open mind, which is not constrained, which is not skewed, and that kind of an open, innovative ideas, I am sure we will be able to see great things. And I see that even in IIT Hyderabad, a lot of things, many of the innovations that you are seeing that are happening at IIT Hyderabad is because most of our faculty are very young. Our 300 faculty, the average age is 38 for you. Okay, and out of 300, 250 faculty are below 45. Okay, and that young and energetic and enthusiastic faculty are the ones who are leading wonderful, innovative ideas, to the extent that IITH, we even say our motto and our philosophy is inventing and innovating in technology for humanity. We don't simply say Indian Institute of Technology Hyderabad anymore. We say IITH stands for this. And we want to invent, we want to innovate and do everything for the humanity at the end. Okay, so that's what we are trying to see, to the extent that we have even adopted 5 villages nearby and trying to see what we can do. Many of our students and faculty are teaching in these villages in an online mode. Every evening 4 to 5 our faculty teach these villages in an online mode. We have put a LCD projector screen and a computer and a Wi-Fi facility in each of these schools, and we are trying to see how they will also grow along with us. I strongly believe when you grow, everybody around you should grow. That is a true growth. And such kind of an inclusive growth we want to foster, we want to nurture, and that's what we have been seeing. And quite a number of young students are also interested in this. We have been seeing that quite a number of students come forward as volunteers for this. I simply ask them, I need just 1 hour per week from you. Do you have 1 hour to do this kind of good activities? Quite a number of students come forward. In addition, quite a number of students are very enthusiastic to come up with newer ideas. At IIT Hyderabad, we have started about 2 years back something called Build Projects, bold and unique ideas leading to development, where we give any student who has a good idea, we give about 1 lakh rupee to begin with. And with that 1 lakh, with the mentorship that we are providing, they come up with a prototype at the end of 6 months or so. And we even go to the extent to say, if a student thinks that the coursework is disturbing the student to work on that innovative idea, we say we give you a semester break with 6 credits. So in principle, a first year BTech student at IIT Hyderabad can take a semester break and work on an innovative idea of him or her. This is possible at IIT Hyderabad. And this is helping us to an extent that in the last 5 years, we have more than 150 startups which have created more than 1,200 crores of revenue and creating jobs of about more than 1,000. So we want to see our students not seeking jobs anymore, but creating jobs. And that is something which is the innovation that we are talking about. And I'm sure that all these youngsters, I have a lot of faith on the younger generation. And India has that demographic advantage. I just last week I was in Japan, and I see Japan is an aging nation more or less, and when we compare India with them, and that's why they are very eager to have all our students sitting in Japan and working in their universities and things like that. So there is a great advantage that we have. And Atmanirbharta, why just Atmanirbharta? We should be able to be a global leaders in every field. and that capability we have. We just need to nurture that capability, and that is exactly what at IIT Hyderabad we are trying to do. And I'm sure that we will partner more and more in that with all the youngsters. This year, these build projects we opened up to the whole country. Okay, we wrote to all the colleges, again around 5,000 to 6,000 colleges. We said anybody has an innovative idea. We have just in front of this, there is a building there. We call it as TIP, Technology Innovation Park. We have 1 lakh square foot area there. Okay, for anybody to take a space and work on their innovative idea. And we thought that now that very large space is there, why don't we go nationwide and bring brilliant ideas to IIT Hyderabad? So now we have selected about 75 from all the entries that have come. And these 75 people are going to be funded. A Green Co came forward and given funding for that, around 3 crores. And we are going to give funding to them, provide mentorship by our faculty, give space to them in our TIP so that they come up with some brilliant ideas, brilliant products. I think there's a lot to do. Sky is not even the limit, and I am sure together we can do great things. And these are a few remarks I want to make, and I wish all of you all the best in future and come up with more and more innovations, and I am sure that India is in the hands of great brilliant innovators. I am happy to meet you and then see. I am looking forward to listening to you what your ideas are. Thank you very much.
I request Professor Chandrasekhar Sharma, Dean SRC and overall coordinator of Model G20 event, to briefly describe the journey of Model G20 event.
Very good afternoon to everyone. And as Professor Murthy mentioned that this responsibility was given by MOE to IIT Hyderabad, and I am really thankful to Sanjay Murthy for providing this opportunity to IIT Hyderabad in the series of G20 events to host this unique initiative of Model G20. And as he mentioned, we started this journey in March. So this is how we launched the Model G20 initiative. It was announced in late March, and we decided to have this initiative under the 7 themes, which were the G20 themes also, including the Sustainable Development Goals, climate change, reforms for the multilateral institutions like G20, circular economy, lifestyle for environment, digitization of agriculture, women at the core of development, and the lifestyle for environment. This event was designed in 3 stages. So first stage was essay writing competition at the different institute levels, and that went up to March to June. And from there we selected few entries for the stage 2, which was a debate competition which was organized at the zonal level in June and July. And finally we had the elocution competition at IIT Hyderabad in August. So in the essay writing, when we launched this initiative, we contacted almost 60,000 colleges across the country. So this 60,000 colleges was contacted, all the degree colleges, by emails, website and social media. And through that we received 4,000 plus valid entries. So it was a Herculean task to evaluate all these essays, 4,000 plus essays, in very short span of time. So we took help from our associated partner, Indian National Young Academy of Sciences, INYAS, and where the members are there from all the premier institutes across the country. And there were 52 reviewers who were engaged to evaluate these entries, and in that 6 different zones. You can see the zonal representation of these entries. We have highest entries, 28.8% from the South zone, which comprised Telangana, Andhra, Tamil Nadu and Kerala and primarily. Then we have second 25.5% from the zone 1, which is North zone. And then we have 21.5% entries from the West zone and 13.2% from the West, East, and then remaining from the Northeast and Central zone. Again under these 7 themes as I mentioned. So after that we shortlisted 121 out of these 4,000 plus entries, and you can understand the kind of competition we had in that. And these 121, we organized this debate competition at the 6 different institutes. So these zonal competitions were organized, like North Zone, it was in IIT Delhi with the coordinator Dr. Veda Krishna and R.S. Dhaka, both are present here. Then Zone 2 East in June 24th, venue was IIT Bhubaneswar, Coordinator Shriparna Chatterjee from CSIR IMMT, she is also present here. And then Zone 3 West, we have the debate competition at IIT Bombay. From the coordinator was Mohit Tyagi from BARC. And Zone 4 South Zone, venue was IIT Hyderabad, and coordinators myself and Priyanka Bajaj from NIPER Hyderabad. Zone 5 Central Zone debate competition was organized at IIT Indore and coordinated by Dr. Kiran Wala from IIT Indore. And Northeast was organized in IIT Guwahati. Coordinator Akshay Kumar, he is also present here today. So all these 6 zones, these zonal events were organized at 6 different IITs. So these are some of the pictures from these debate competition, and each zone we were having 21 participants, and this debate was evaluated by 3 jury members from different institutes, and finally out of this we have 7 winners from each zone on an average. Then we went for the elocution competition, and this was organized by IIT Hyderabad in an online mode. So all 3 jury members, I thank Professor Shamal Chatterjee from IIT Bhubaneswar, Professor Anindita Badra from ICER Kolkata, and myself, and 31 participants were there from the final elocution competition. And finally we are going to celebrate their achievements in terms of winning this competition, 7 winners. So that is where we are, from 4,000 plus entries after 3 stages of competition from the 6 different zones, from the 7 different themes. We have finally now 7 winners to celebrate their momentum, achievements. We are here today. With this, I again thank Ministry of Education and the G20 Sherpa for giving us this opportunity for organizing this Model G20 initiative under the broad theme of G20 Presidency to India, One Earth, One Family and One Future. Thank you.
Now I kindly invite all the winners to step forward and share their remarkable experiences during this competition. I request Anaya Subodh from ICFAI Business School Hyderabad to come and share her experience.
Good morning to one and all present here. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and my fellow participants, I stand before you today with profound gratitude, honored and humbled to accept this G20 Model G20 award under the theme of Reforms for Multilateral Institutions. My topic was reforms for multilateral institutions. Reforms for multilateral institutions are not made by dismantling the existing structures, but instead adapting these to the global landscape. It is about making these institutions inclusive, efficient, and responsive to the needs of all the nations in the world, all the member nations. It is about nations of the world, and I would like to thank INYAS, Ministry of Education, IIT Hyderabad for providing a platform where we could come together and give our opinions and also research about several topics in the 7 themes of the Model G20. I would like to thank my mentors, teachers for supporting me and giving me all the guidance that I needed. I would also like to thank my fellow participants also for all their hard work, and their collective efforts have made me strive for excellence and do better in everything I do. And I would say that this achievement is not mine alone, but a collective joint effort of everyone who has supported me in this journey. Thank you so much.
Now I call Divyansh Joshi, Vellore Institute of Technology, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, to speak few words.
Well, I have waited for this moment since last 1 month, and I feel that it's my honor and pleasure to stand before these honorable dignitaries and to all my fellow participants. I think the Model G20 initiative has given me the once in a lifetime opportunity to explore the topic which I think I cherished from my childhood, that was women at the core of development agenda, because I have seen my mother, so I think she is the biggest inspiration for me. So that's what drew me to this topic. And when I started off with the essay, I thought there are certain shortcomings in placing women at the core of a development agenda. So I just tried to inculcate the technology with sustainable development so that women can come forward and shine her bright. So I just decided, like, my domain was machine learning. So I just decided to develop a cybersecurity based machine learning model so that we could prevent online abuses. We could just report it to the higher authorities if something malfunctioning or misfunctioning is happening on internet, online abuses and any other cases. Like when we see in rural areas, there are Sehkari Samuh groups which they pool the funds, so we can use that technology also, that technique also. Like we can collect pool of funds like 10 rupees a week in a women's group, and we can use it for agroforestry activities, the cultural activities, the farming, if someone is suffering from financial problems. And I think for finance, providing them microfinance and uh, providing them entrepreneurship skills, like training them in 3-step model, like first of all teaching them the skills, then telling them how entrepreneurship works, and then telling them that how you should get the loans at minimal rate. So that is what my 3-step model was. And we see that female infanticide and women are nutritionally, they are malnutrition. So I also decided to make a Poshan tracker app. So like it was based on Poshan tracker app. So I just made a real-time data analysis on like how many nutritional counts should be there for a particular age of women. So I think I tried to inculcate technology with women at the core of development agenda. That was my point of view. And I think socially, apart from technology, I think as men, we should also respect women, because it is our sole responsibility to make the environment and ecosystem suitable for women. Because if we want them to shine, we need to normalize things, and we need to understand that women are as equal and as powerful as men. So with these, I am facing short of words. I have so many things to say, but to sum up, I feel that women, it's just a Hindi line that महिला ही विकास की आधारशिला है, महिला सशक्तिकरण ही विकास की आधारशिला है. So that is what I think. Women are making the difference, they'll make the difference, and they'll change the world. Thank you so much.
Now I request Malvika to please come forward from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. Firstly, I would like to thank the Ministry of Education, INYAS, IIT Hyderabad, and all the organizers attached to this event for conducting Model G20 on such a large scale. I would also like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the chief guests and the guests of honor for gracing this event with their presence. So when it comes to my experience, it goes without saying that like everyone else, I got to learn a lot about my specific topic, which is circular economy and the lifestyle for environment, and many other themes and aspects related to this topic, like the various government schemes like FAME scheme, Govardhan scheme, and what is happening globally, like the steps taken by European Commission. And I also got to propose my own ideas to promote circularity. For instance, we can take inspiration from our ancient heritage. Some of the examples include the sustainable practices within Buddhist sanghas or the ancient Japanese art of kintsugi. In the contemporary world, we can promote circularity by making improvements to the global waste trade. We can promote urban forestry projects in various cities, and we can also help in greater representation of indigenous voices in decision making and learn from the alternate lifestyles promoted by these communities. So these were some of the major points in my write-up, and these are some of my proposals towards promoting a circular economy. And as part of this country's youth, I feel that this initiative provided a platform for not just learning about various things happening around us and proposing our ideas, but it was also empowering as our inputs were taken into account. Most importantly, we were also able to hear out other people with innovative proposals, and hopefully this platform culminates in camaraderie between passionate individuals brimming with ideas. So once again, thank you all attached to this event.
Now I request Hitashi Chakravarti from KD Dental College and Hospital, Mathura, to speak few words.
Greetings of the day to one and all. So firstly, since my college is in Mathura, so I would say Radhe Radhe. Okay, so it's been an honor to be present here. Seriously, to the esteemed chief guest, though he couldn't make out here, the guest of honor, all the esteemed faculties of IIT Hyderabad, INAS and all, thank you for being such a warmth one and amazing hospitality. So since the whole Model G20 started, from the essay competition, then with the debate competition, and which was summed up with elocution competition, the whole journey would be really incomplete if I couldn't name some of the biggest names which really helped me out especially. That would be rather Chandrasekhar sir, then Veda ma'am, then Rajendra sir, Sheetal ma'am, Ananya ma'am, and all the hidden gems of IIT Hyderabad. It was really very amazing, and their hospitality was indeed amazing. And most importantly, I would also like to mention the dean and the principal of our college from which I'm here, and I would also like to thank one of the most important parameter that I would like to underline, that because from the field that I am from, that is from the medical field, most of the people usually neglect them. So I'm really thankful that you mention the medical as well. Thank you so much, sir. And with this cause, I got to learn something different away from all the medical things, all the dental things, the different thing, the basic, general knowledge and all the aspects. I got to learn each one of them, though they're not all of them present here, but all the 7 themes were really very good. It was so knowledgeable for me, and since my theme was sustainable development goals and their progress, so I would like to underline the only one thing, the key thing. The only thing that is important for all of us is education. Without education, nothing is possible. It is really important for all of us not to blame the government of India, Honorable Prime Minister, or the government officials, but to actually work. It's an alarm call, it's a wake-up call that we should also be active. We are the Bharatiya Nagarik, we are the Indians, right? Bharatiya Nagarik. So what we are doing from our part? So it's a wake-up call, wake up and do something for India, for Bharat. Thank you, namaste.
I am Saurabjyoti Boshya from Assam Agriculture University, Assam, and I have represented the theme life, that is the most like a very discussed topic in our surrounding, that is lifestyle for the environment. Under this topic, I have tried to cover the various soil health conservation factors like composting, vermicomposting, how we can integrate the NGOs with the governmental policies at the district level so that the compost will be managed, how we conserve the water quality with the help of our ancient scientific knowledges like Adalas Bhav and Savala method, and at the same time, how we can apply various agricultural processes like intercropping and at the same time drip irrigation so that the water and the fertilizer management will be sustainable for the future. I strongly believe if we integrate various community knowledges, various activities of individual in their day-to-day life with the governmental policies, the two forces, that is the individual activities and individual responsibilities and the governmental steps will integrate and make a sustainable food chain and holistic food chain, and at the same time stepping towards the renewable non-fossil energy sources like biofossil and bio-oil can give a benefit give a security to the energy factor. That is, if we continuously use the fossils in our future, definitely this will degrade our environment. So we can go for renewable energy sources like biofuel and biodiesel. And at the same time, we should go for scientific family plannings to maintain our population, because nowadays the main factor we can discuss is not only our activities towards the environment but also the population. It's a very much problematic factor for the future also. And when you're talking about the lifestyle for the environment, it's not only bounded towards how we use the elements like water, soil, and atmospheric elements, but at the same time should aware the generation, the future generation, towards various topics which are like we feel shy to discuss, like sex education, contraception. These are very important because for the point of view of population and the land proportion, we have to manage ourselves in a sustainable way. I strongly believe if we do as an individual, as a Bharatiya, our work in our home, like switch off the fan, use water properly, and have a belief towards the government, how they told us what we should do as a responsible citizen, definitely a sustainable good future will be made, not for the future generation, not for ourselves, but for our motherland, that is the environment. Thank you everyone. I feel very much privileged and feeling proud to become a part of this whole journey. Thank you everyone. Thank you.
Now I request Simrini Puppala from IMS and Some Hospital, SOA University, Orissa, to speak few words.
Namaste, I am Dr. Simrini Puppala. I am pursuing my degree as DM Neurology in IMS and Some Hospital, Bhubaneswar. And I had participated under the topic of progress on sustainable development goals. So just now our country hosted G20 and it was a phenomenal success. We have been receiving laurels from all over the world for the same. But alongside, we have achieved another feat, the feat of removing the ignorance from among our own fellow countrymen. So our Indians now, everybody, ranging from young to old, literate to illiterate, everybody is aware of G20, existence of G20 and what it stands for. So likewise was the case when I started with this competition. I was not very well versed with what sustainable development goals were about. But thanks to IIT Hyderabad and India's that I started preparing, and likewise all my colleagues, 4,000 plus students, we all delved deeper into our respective topics and now we are well versed with it. And now we realize that it's not just some international body sitting together making policies and implementing it in their respective countries. We as a citizens have humongous role to play in all these strategies. So with that, I had proposed few ideas. Starting with the first one, I suggested of categorizing or dividing our whole nation into as smallest units, as small and nimble economies, as smallest units as possible. Like not UTs, not states, but as districts, 707 districts and 169 targets rather than 17 SDGs. So smaller the units, greater the proficiency. Like we have Anganwadis, we can have workers, we incentivize and we have healthy competition amongst them. And these examples have been taken from the world's and Asia's best performing. I also suggested for solar panels in those street food and fruit vegetable vendors. They sit in the sun all day long. So if we establish a solar panel, so they can go back and use the same electricity at night. So they would not require a separate this thing. And this had already I had seen it in practical use in my place where I stay. Then I also suggested use of bio bricks where we are not using fossil fuels to burn, we are using microbes to harden the bricks. And in ocean and water bodies, we to make it unmanned missions. We can send 3D print jellyfishes. We can incentivize fashion companies which are promoting recycling, so that more youngsters will go towards those companies which are promoting recycling. And many more such ideas like water seer, where we are using condensed humidity to be condensed into water, which is used potable water. So this way I have learned a lot, and thanks to Ministry of Education for providing us a platform, sir, so that we could be heard. Our opinions are really mattered, and we felt that we were heard of. And coming from this medical background, sir, I can actually confirm, and might be with all the health, apart from health sectors, that with all our world now condensed to mobile phones and computers, there is increasing gap. There is no ground reality check on ground reality. There is increasing pseudo intellectuality is on rise, but there is a lack of awareness and lack of knowledge, general knowledge even amongst my own colleagues. So I would humbly urge sir to request to you to consider including us like this only more and more, encourage us so that we participate actively like a carrot motivation, not a stick motivation, so that we as citizens are more actively involved in this, because though all are not might not participate, but 10% might be really keen and 1% might make us a difference. Thank you, sir.
Now I request Sushri Sangita Behra from Samanta Chandrasekhar Autonomous College, Puri, Orissa, to speak few words.
My warm greetings to everyone. I am Sister Sangeeta Behra from Odisha, pursuing integrated B.Ed from Samanta Chandrasekhar University. First of all, I want to thank all the dignitaries here and the esteemed institution IIT Hyderabad for conducting such a splendid competition. The forum gave a chance to all the vigilant youths to come up with their ideas and innovation. I remember my topic, my theme of the whole journey was climate change and its impact. As rightly said by UN Chief Antonio Guterres, the era of global warming has ended and the era of global boiling has arrived. And we have all experienced that in a decade we saw a rise of 1 to 2 degrees Celsius of average temperature. So what's next? Well, according to IPCC, in 100 years there will be a rise of heat waves, which will be proportional to the death rates as well, a rise of sea waves, rise of ocean acidification, and most importantly, the pages of red data book gonna increase like never before. So what all of these are implying? It's implying that if climate is changing, why aren't we? Gone are the days when we were just concerned. Now it's time to stand up and face the challenges head on. Some of my ideas were merging AI with climate change. Not only that, raising green education funds for the people interested in this field. And most importantly, coming up with an app so that we can have the whole world together cooperating and collaborating. And spreading these messages to the nook-and corners of the world without this forum is really would have been a Herculean task for me. So I acknowledge the commitment of IIT Hyderabad and the Ministry of Education for bringing up this initiative and giving the youth right diction and direction. Thanks a lot for bringing up this much needed and valuable initiative. Thanks a lot.
We thank our exceptional winners for sharing their inspiring stories and experiences with us. Once again, a big round of applause and gratitude to our wonderful winners for their enlightening words. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct honor to introduce to you to our esteemed guest of honor, Shri K. Sanjay Murthy, Secretary, Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Government of India, and an IAS officer of Himachal Pradesh, cadre in 1989 batch. He has also had experience as a Secretary of General Education and Technical Education Department in Himachal Pradesh Government. He was also a Secretary in the Union Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome to our guest of honor, Shri K. Sanjay Murthy, inviting them to deliver a few words and address the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. Professor Murthy, Director IIT Hyderabad, Professor Sharma, the Dean who has led this from IIT Hyderabad, Professor Dhaka from IIT Delhi, students, winners who have participating in this competition, as well as all the 4,000 applicants who took this call to join this event. Only 7 are here today, but I think we acknowledge the contribution of all the 4,000 who took the time out to participate in this event. After having heard all of you today, the thing that has struck me the most is the variety of participation that I've been able to see across disciplines. We've usually experienced only engineering colleges coming for these type of things, but it's such a pleasant surprise that we've got management, health, dental and agriculture, showing the type of diversity that you have ensured participated in this competition. I think all credit to you and your team for having facilitated this. I think this is a really
exceptional contribution in which, and why I say that is, we have the National Education Policy 2020, and one of the biggest pillars in that is multidisciplinary education. Okay, and institutions like IIT Hyderabad are leading in the forefront to ensure that you have multidisciplinary education. And I think Professor Murthy just briefly did introduce to you what type of avenues this institution is providing. And similarly, many more institutions are doing this across the country in line with what NEP says. So the greater collaboration that we have amongst institutions, amongst disciplines, and amongst countries, can we see that we will address societal problems to the extent that we want to address them. And the themes that we selected in this G20 did not emerge from the Ministry of Education itself. It was a collaborative effort from all the institutions. And again, I thank Professor Murthy, who was one of the contributors for the base document for the Education Working Group. He, along with Indian Institute of Science, Madras, IIT, Guwahati, prepared this document for the Education Working Group under India's presidency, which was then presented to all the countries. Now, in that presentation paper, there were 4 clear themes articulated. One was on how do you ensure foundational literacy and numeracy. We as a country under the NEP again have a pioneering scheme of ensuring digital numeracy and foundational literacy by the year 2026. Okay, so that became one of our key priorities to negotiate with the countries. The second priority was how do you leverage digital technologies to achieve this. Okay. Now, as you recall, we are taking a great lead in many of the IT initiatives. It could be Swayam in the higher education or Diksha in the school education towards addressing this type of a urgent problem. Now, this was articulated in the negotiations in the G20 countries as a digital public infrastructure, as a digital public good that we under our presidency would have offered to all the G20 countries as well as the global south. So this was the second theme that this leading academicians had identified. Third was to talk about what are the skill sets that all of you would require going forward. What are the future skills that are required, right? Someone of you mentioned the type of sustainability and energy transition that is there. If we are articulating to be a net zero country by 2070, what all you spoke about needs to be done by each one of us individually at our homes and at our institutions. Our institutions are also leading the way in ensuring these type of practices. Mentioned in principles like Mission Life are discussed amongst the G20 countries to percolate down towards all the institutions and their citizens. While we had a limited amount of resistance in acceptance of these 3 principles in the G20 negotiations, the last one was pertaining to research and mobility of students and faculty towards greater research. Hesitations were there by a group of countries on whether that should be discussed, whether you can get a consensus on that or not. But we in our presidency had pushed forward this point about the need for academic institutions to ensure that we do have greater collaborations of the way that I just talked to you about, to ensure that you could have better research and therefore which is collaborative, to ensure you have better solutions delivered to the humanity at large. Now, while this 4th and final pillar was agreed upon in consensus in the Education Working Group, it is with great pride and enthusiasm that it was announced in the Global Leaders Conference, led by Honorable Prime Minister in the Leaders Conference, where this finds a great pride of place in the Leaders Declaration. If you read the Leaders Declaration, you will find there's a good section on research collaboration going on. So it is under his leadership and the type of stature that he commanded that we could get a complete consensus on all the points that henceforth that we had discussed, not only in the education working group but on all the ones that were there in parallel sessions. I tell to you this type of, why do I narrate this journey of how these negotiations happened and how that consensus was arrived, is that this impacts all of you going forward. While you are working in your individual, studying in your individual spheres of work, the avenues that these research and collaborative work, not only with countries abroad, but within institutions within the country, opens up many, many avenues for you as researchers going forward. Now, how does that help you? One, it helps you, like some of our students or colleagues who had spoken from the medical science field, saying, thank you for bringing you here. Professor Murthy says that it's not a question of our thanks to you. You are going to be an integral part of any type of collaborative work that goes forward, and we would require larger number of students who are going to think beyond their domain and think laterally on working together as a team to find solutions. And this can happen only when there is multidisciplinary education. I mean, you pick up any Nobel Prize winner, you will see that he has collaborated to do something which has got the results he has got. So there is no escaping of the fact that you would have to work with greater collaboration, and the ability of you to grab these opportunities that this will provide for the challenges that we have discussed in the G20, I'm sure with the excitement that you have shown will definitely show greater acknowledgement from the leading academic institutions to further this collaborative effort with all of you. And I wish all of you a great success in having taken the time, appreciated the leadership that India provided in its G20. It had such a salutary effect that it has included the entire African Union also to be part of it, which is going to provide another big avenue for us to handhold the nations of the Global South towards this journey for achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. And I'm sure we will take up this challenge to bring up more such type of events to ensure greater participation of all. Thank you very much again for that.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. Everyone, I would like now to introduce you all to Sri Amitabh Kant, who is a distinguished Indian bureaucrat and economist who has served as India's G20 Sherpa, representing the national's interest at G20 summits. His industrial career and Indian administrative service has been marked as a key contribution to policy development, economic growth, and administrative reform in India. Mr. Kant has driven initiatives such as Make in India, Startup India, fostering innovation and entrepreneurship. His vision and leadership has shaped India's domestic policies and propelled its active role on global stage within G20, emphasizing sustainable economic development and innovation on international fronts. As he couldn't join us today, he has sent a small video message to address the gathering. Let's hear it from him.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning, young students. I also am truly delighted to be addressing the participants and winners of the Model G20 initiative. I congratulate IIT Hyderabad and the Indian National Young Academy of Science for putting this together to celebrate the achievements of all of you talented, young, and dynamic thinkers. I want to begin by offering my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. Your journey through the 3 stages of the Model G20 initiative is nothing short of remarkable. You have demonstrated not only your intellect, but also your dedication and commitment to a greater cause of global cooperation and diplomacy. What makes the Model G20 initiative truly unique is its ability to merge the worlds of education and diplomacy. Through essay writing, debates, and elocution competition, you have honed your academic skills, but you've also dabbled in the intricate realm of international diplomacy, allowing all of you to witness a harmonious fusion of learning and real world application. I'm confident that this engagement of the Model G20, which focused on India's presidency of the G20, must have enabled all of you young writers and thinkers to further dwell into key priorities which stress the significance of education, innovation, and inclusivity. I'm especially delighted to know that the themes discussed and deliberated by students focused on the critical concerns around SDGs and circular economy, climate change and life, multilateral reforms, digitalization, and women led development in the context of G20 nations. These topics have been some of the key priorities of India's G20 presidency as well, and I'm glad to notice areas of convergence these elocutions and essays must have addressed and achieved. Ladies and gentlemen, with the theme of One Earth, One Family, One Future, we took the G20 presidency amidst a complex and challenging environment. The world today is faced with the climate crisis, slowing progress on the SDGs, COVID crisis, debt crisis, geopolitical crisis, and the issues around food, fuel, and fertilizers are all challenges that we faced. But India's G20 presidency united the world by dividing 100%, by driving 100% consensus on some of the most critical challenges humanity faces. The priority of the presidency shaped an inclusive, sustainable global future and further allowed us to share India's best practices across sectors with the world. Our priorities included strong, sustainable, balanced, and inclusive growth, accelerating progress on sustainable development goals, green development pact for a sustainable future, multilateral institutions for the 21st century, technological transformations and digital public infrastructure, gender equality and empowering all women and girls. Engaging in open and respectful dialogue is crucial in addressing the complex challenges faced by the world today. And I'm confident that the participation and of all of you, the participants and the winners of the Model G20 initiative, must have closely studied, written, debated, and elocuted on these topics of priorities of India's G20 presidency. I'm confident that this initiative must have fostered critical thinking, effective communication, and creative problem solving among students in the backdrop of the G20 summit. I'm sure all of you must have dived uh, completely head on into multilateral discussions on critical global challenges and pressing policy issues. In a way, you have mirrored the complex scenarios faced by world leaders at actual G20 meetings, and this experience must have given you a unique global perspective. I commend all of you for embracing the spirit of critical thinking and eloquence as showcased in this initiative. Your ability to engage in thoughtful discussions and articulating your ideas eloquently is a testament to your intellectual prowess and communication skills. By participating in the Model G20 initiative, you have not only honed your own abilities, but have also contributed to the growth of vibrant intellectual community. Engaging in open and respectful dialogues is crucial in addressing the complex challenges faced by the world today. Your willingness to participate in such initiatives reflects your sense of responsibility and concern for the global community. As all of you continue to pursue knowledge and develop your skills, remember that your intellectual journey does not end here. This initiative is just one milestone in your pursuit of excellence, and we encourage you to keep pushing the boundaries of your knowledge and creativity. Congratulations once again on your outstanding performance in the Model G20 initiative. Your achievements not only bring pride to your families and your institution, but also inspire others to follow in your footsteps and contribute positively to the world. My heartiest congratulations to all of you. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, I want to express my deep gratitude for your participation and enthusiasm. Your energy and passion are what drives initiatives like these. As you move forward, I encourage you to continue your pursuit of knowledge, stay engaged in global issues, and remain proactive in making a positive impact on the world. Your involvement in initiatives like the Model G20 comes with great responsibility. You have played a very critical role in resolution of global challenges. Your voices matter. Thank you, and I wish you all good luck and in all your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
We will present a memento to Sri Amitabh Kanji in his absence.
Thank you.
I request the Director Sir of IIT Hyderabad, Professor B.S. Murthy Sir, to come and give away the certificates to the finalists of Model G20 competition. Anaya Subodh from ICFAI Business School, Hyderabad. Divyansh Joshi, Vellore Institute of Technology, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. Hitaishi Chakravarti, KD Dental College of Hospital, Mathura. M. Pavitra, G. Pullareddy Engineering College. Malvika Jayakumar, Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. Pavni Munnari, ICFAI Business School, Hyderabad. Praise Paul, Vellore Institute of Technology. Raktim Ronojoy from Tata Institute of Social Science, Guwahati. Samrat Singh from Jawaharlal Nehru Krishi Vishwavidyalaya. Sheetal Kumari from GS Lohia Girls College.
It happened, or you designed it that way.
Saurav Jyoti, College of Agriculture, Assam Agriculture University. Shubham Kumar, National Institute of Technology, Patna. Sumarini Puppala, IMS Some Hospital, SOA University, Orissa. Shushri Sangeeta from Samantra Chandrasekhar Autonomous College, Puri, Orissa. I request guest of honor, Shri K. Sanjay Murthy Sir, to come and give the awards to the winners. Let's welcome all the winners. Anaya Subodh from ICFAI Business School, Hyderabad. Big round of applause. Divyansh Joshi, Vellore Institute of Technology, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. Hitaishi Chakravarti, KT Dental College and Hospital, Mathura. Malvika Jayakumar, Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay.
You have been credited already. You have already seen it?
Saurav Jyoti, College of Agriculture, Assam Agriculture University. Sumarini Puppala, IMS Some Hospital, SOA University, Orissa. Shushri Sangeeta, Samantha Chandrasekhar Autonomous College, Puri, Orissa. We also like to facilitate our zonal coordinators with mementos who work diligently in these 6 to 7 months to make this whole initiative successful. I request Dr. Veda Krishnan from ICAR Indian Agricultural Research Institute, New Delhi, from Northern Zone.
So now I know why agriculture teaches.
But they are not from my zone. Not from my zone.
No, but good. I mean, I think this is that's the experience. Thank you so much.
Dr. Sripanna Chatterjee, CSIR Institute of Mineral and Material Technology from Eastern Zone. Dr. Akshay Kumar AS from IIT Guwahati, representing North Eastern Zone. Dr. Nishant Chakravarti, IIT Kharagpur, INEAS Coordinator. Dr. Rajendra S. Dhaka, IIT Delhi, INEAS Coordinator and Chair. Professor Chandrasekhar Sharma, IIT Hyderabad, Dean SRC, Overall Coordinator of G20 event.
Why I say this is that this doesn't end here. You need to carry forward whatever it does to show that. So whatever you can design. Good. Thanks a lot.
We would also like to acknowledge Dr. Mohit Tyagi from BAG, Mumbai, Dr. Kiran Bala from IIT Indore, and Dr. Priyanka Bajaj Naipur Institute, Hyderabad, from West, South and Central Zone, who couldn't join us today for their constant support. A round of applause for all the participants and the coordinators. invite Dr. Rajendra S. Dhaka from IIT Delhi and also Chairperson of Indian National Young Academy of Sciences, INIAS, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon. So great event and great initiative. Yes. So we all are happy, and as she just said that we are towards the end of this particular initiative, but just as our guest of honor said that this is not end, this is just the beginning, and what we have learned through these initiatives and events, all of us, not only students, we also learned a lot from them, and this is just the beginning, as he said, and we have to go a long way, and we have to contribute positively to the sustainable development of our country. In brief, this is my pleasure to present vote of thanks. And as we all know that this initiative and nothing could have been possible without the opportunity from Ministry of Education. So we are really, all of us are really grateful to Ministry of Education and particularly Sanjay Murthy ji for giving us this platform, this opportunity to talk to students from various colleges across the country and bring them to this platform, provide them this platform and hear them, their thought, their initiative, their vision and how they want to see the country, our own country in future. So we are really grateful to you, sir, and the Ministry of Education. We are grateful to Professor Murthy, Director IIT Hyderabad, for all his support, providing all the opportunities and support at every stage. And all these events and particularly the event here, we are, some of the participants also said that we are enjoying the hospitality and all. And it would not have been possible without the support from Professor Murthy and without the great arrangements by Professor Chandrasekhar Sarma, the Dean R&D here at IIT Hyderabad, and his team, entire team. I think Sheetal and many names are there, and some of us actually came today. We have been talking to them. Of course, Chandra is our own INIAS colleague, but Sheetal, for example, and today only we met her, and she has been working really hard for this initiative. So the entire team of Professor Chandrasekhar Sarma at IIT Hyderabad.
If anybody has to be thanked, it is only Chandra.
Right.
I'm
So
only behind the scenes.
exactly. So let's give him a great thank for all these efforts and initiatives. Then as on behalf of INIAS, as Chair INIAS, I am also grateful to IIT Hyderabad for giving us this opportunity and platform to contribute to this Model 20 initiative, and I am thankful to all my INIAS colleagues who have contributed in different capacity. And as Sanjay Murthy ji are I think for the first time hearing probably about INIAS, so just in a very brief, INIAS stands for Indian National Young Academy of Science, was established by INSA, our parent academy in New Delhi in 2015. And we are currently roughly around 100 plus members and 60 plus alumni members. And as you were saying that students are from various streams, our INIAS members are from 8 different science streams. So including basic sciences like physics, chemistry, maths, engineering, then medical science, agriculture science, you have met Veda, then also other streams of science, so covering all science streams. We are the members from all across the India, and our main mandate is for the science promotion, science outreach, and we try to include students from schools until the independent researchers, independent faculties from all over the country. So with this, let's again give a round of applause for all participants, all 4,000 participants, as Professor Murthy and Sanjay Murthy ji said, that though all of them are not here, but they have taken time out of their regular studies and showed interest in these initiatives, and that's what this event can be successful. Otherwise we make all the efforts we put lot of energy, and if there are no participants, that means the event cannot be successful. So I think the event is successful due to the participation from all 4,000 plus students who contributed and participated in essay writing, debate competition in the final competition, and so on. And they have worked really hard, and mainly, as I said, their contribution is basically the backbone of this entire initiative. I also thank my INEAS fellow colleagues, the coordinators from different 6 zones like Dr. Veda, Dr. Sriparna, Dr. Mohit, Dr. Priyanka, Dr. Kiran, Dr. Akshay, Dr. Nishant, Dr. Chandra, and all of them, they have worked hard from the beginning, planning 7 different themes which are under the umbrella of G20 overall theme, and then the essay writing, the inviting proposals of essay writing, and so on. So the entire operation was handled by all coordinators, and on behalf of INEAS and IIT Hyderabad, I am really thankful to all of them for this great success. I also thank the institutions, as Chandra mentioned in his presentation, that all these events, the second stage debate competition was held in offline mode at various zonal levels. So like IIT Guwahati, IIT Bombay, IIT Indore, IIT Delhi, IIT Bhubaneswar, and IIT Hyderabad. So I thank all these institutions for providing this platform for all the participants to showcase their talent under that debate competition second stage theme. We appreciate support from all these institutions for hosting these competitions at the regional level. We also thank all our jury members. So as Chandra mentioned, 50 plus jury members who evaluated all the proposals, the 40 plus entries, 4,000 plus entries, reviewing all of them is not an easy task. So 50 plus INEAS members helped us for reviewing all these entries, and then we shortlisted finally numbers for second stage and then third stage and final winners. So their expertise and the right judgment, these are the pillars of these competitions integrity, because this is also very important. So we also let's congratulate again all 7 winners. They have made it to this final stage. They have risen up to this level and demonstrated their exceptional talent, and I'm sure they are going to also help others who could not come here, but they are in their own area. They will help them, they will connect with them, and in future they will also bring them together for many new initiatives and many new platforms in future. So as I said, I again want to thank everyone who worked hard for this particular event to make this successful. And I am also grateful to our chief guest and guest of honor for giving valuable time for this event out of their busy schedule. We all know that they are busy in so many things, and they have taken time out of that busy schedule. So we are really grateful, and they have not even spare time. They have provided us valuable guidance. There were very important messages from their speech that we should carry forward and we should contribute and not just listen. Okay, this is the important thing, that what we listen we should learn, and then we should take forward for the positive change in the future. And that's also the aim of youngsters and the country and the INEAS also, for example. So in this the Ministry of Education provided this platform to all college students, and not only this platform that symbolize the power of knowledge, the cooperation, and the potential of youth particularly, and they are the future of the country. So it is not only the celebration of the winners here, but is also the tribute to the spirit of learning and engagement. So all our collective efforts from all of us have made this award ceremony, and for that matter, the entire Model G20 initiative and all the events memorable and remarkable contribution to the country and to this particular initiative. So I am sure that with this we will be able to, we are more, as some of the students also mentioned that they are very happy, we are very happy when we are heard of, even at the time, we will ignore also. So that's the very good initiative of Government of India and the current time under the G20 presidency, that all the G20 events through INEAS also we contributed to Science 20 initiative, Youth 20 initiatives, and those events were held at around the corner of every corner of India, and the feel and the connecting local people to the country, that I think is a very big message out of so many events that happened under G20 umbrella. So I think this was really great achievement and success of the country. And as Sanjay Murthy ji said that everyone recognizing now, and we should not be Atmanirbhar, we should be leaders. So with this, thank you all and looking forward. Thank you so much.
I request all the winners to come forward for a group picture with everyone.